Hey guys, my name is Steve Simpson. I am the broker and owner of Central Florida Property Management. I think I probably know most of you, but wanted to introduce myself in case some of you I have not had the chance to speak to or meet in person. The reason for this video is to bring to your attention a law that was recently passed in the state of Florida that will probably impact a decent number of our clients. And I wanted to make sure everyone was aware of that law, the implications behind it, and what needs to be done to comply with it if it will impact you. So I have some notes over here, so please don't mind if I kind of look over to make sure I'm getting all this right from time to time. So back in May, the state of Florida passed House Bill 264. It's called the Interest in Foreign Countries Act. And what it basically is intending to do is to restrict people from certain countries from owning real property in the state of Florida. People are calling it like a Chinese, Real Estate Exclusion Act or something like that, but the basic intention is to limit who can purchase properties in Florida. It's a very convoluted act, but I wanted to break it down to basically ask questions to determine if you, the viewer of this video, will be impacted by it, and if so, what you need to do to comply with it. So, first things first, are you a US citizen? If the answer is yes, you have nothing to worry about. Second question, if you're not a US citizen, are you a permanent resident, green card holder, or do you have permanent asylum granted to you? If the answer to either of those is yes, you also have nothing to worry about. If you answered no to all of those questions, the next question would be, where are you from? And specifically, are you from one of these countries? China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, or Syria. So if your country of origin, if your current citizenship is in one of those countries, then this law would apply to you. Again, if you're a citizen or you're a permanent resident or permanent asylum holder, regardless of where you're from, this law would not apply to you. If you're not a citizen or a permanent asylum holder or a permanent resident, but you're not from one of those countries, this also would not apply to you. So just be non-citizens, non-permanent residents, non-permanent asylum people from, again, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, and Syria. Okay, so what does this law do if you do fit in that category? You are from one of those countries and you're not a citizen, so on and so forth. If you currently own property, effective the end of this year, December 31st, 2023, you will have to register your ownership of that property with the state of Florida. Apparently the state is still working on the registration process. I've been trying to find somewhere online where that exists. I've yet to do so. Once we have that information, we will send that out to all of our clients. So in case this pertains to you, you can go ahead and register your property or properties. Unfortunately, you will also not be permitted to buy additional properties in the state of Florida. Basically, the way the law works is if you qualify under this law, you are able to keep the properties that you already own, but you will have to register them. And if you do not own any properties currently in the state, you are allowed to purchase one property. It has to be residential zoning, so it can't be commercial, it can't be land, it's residential zoning. It cannot be it cannot be on land greater than 2 acres, and it cannot be within 5 miles of a military base. That's pretty much it. The punchline, shall we say, is the failure to comply. Now, obviously this is a brand new law. I have no idea, or I have no knowledge of how this has been, how this is kind of shaken out in the courts in terms of people who are not complying with the law. Kind of an aside, the law is being challenged in court. It's going to appeals process right now. One judge found it constitutional. We'll see how that plays out. It could be all for naught. However, the law does say that if you fail to comply with this law, the consequence, shall we say, would effectively be the state of Florida seizing the property from the property owner. Again, I have no idea how that would shake out in practice. Let's just say, for example, if you forgot to register and then they sent you a notice and then you registered, I would imagine that would be okay. but again, I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. So the long and short of it is, if you qualify under this law, make sure to register by the end of the year. Again, once we have the link to that registration page, we will send it out to all of our clients. Another kind of aside from this, really for all of our clients, but specifically for those who this would apply to, would be to make sure that the mailing address that you have on file with the county that your property is located in is the correct mailing address. Many of you guys know, I used to be on the code enforcement board of the city of Orlando, and I can tell you it happens very often that the government tries to contact people, and because their mailing address is not correct, their legal mailing address, which is basically the mailing address on file with the county government, that lots of bad things happen because the government cannot get in touch with the person because their mailing address on file is incorrect. So again, for everybody, definitely make sure to do that. But definitely, if you qualify under this law, you do not want to be in a position where you mess this law up somehow, government can't get a hold of you, and they take your property. Wouldn't want that. So again, I didn't want to make this video to freak anybody out. I just want to make sure that that all of our clients comply with it. We consider our responsibility to help people comply with the law. Obviously, you don't want to deal with breaking the law from any kind of criminal or financial penalty situation. And we know that, at least a small handful of our clients will qualify under this law, and we want to make sure that they stay legal to protect their assets. This is a new law. Obviously, it was just passed in May. It's the first in the country. I have been told by some people that we can expect it to be rolled out to other parts of the country as well. Whether or not that's true, I guess we'll come to see. If any material updates to this law occur, specifically if it gets overturned, we'll be sure to let you guys know. And again, as soon as we have that registration page, a link to that page, we will send it out to all of our owners that are able to register if so. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're not attorneys. This law is very new, but we will do the best we can to help you out. If this law does apply to you, I would probably recommend reaching out in advance to an immigration attorney or someone similar that might know more than I know, or just talking to someone that maybe has more information about how to make sure you stay legal and all that sort of stuff. That's it. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for your business, and if you have any questions, just please give us a call. Thanks.